Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Closers. I'm here with a published author, none other than Dr. Danette O'Neal. We are so happy and thankful to have you here with us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So what made you want to become a realtor and become a broker and have brokerages in multiple areas?
Well, if we roll back to like 1988, 89, I was a securities broker. And I was always getting questions about real estate. And I had my insurance license at the same time. And so one day my mom and dad just surprised me. They paid for real estate school and just threw it down on the counter and said, here, now you gotta go. So I took the 2 weeks and I did, and it just took off. It took off, so I was rookie of the year the very first year. Just things just started happening. So I knew God had a plan for me to be right where I was. So much so that I had to put the inactive, the insurance license and the securities broker's license. Now, opening a brokerage didn't come to 8 years later. Okay, the number of new beginnings. And so it was time for me to leave where I was. There was something, I was a top producer, but I worked on everybody's nerves. The company was changing. My base shop was expanding inside of someone else's office, and it was getting to be a little problem coexisting in there. And so, again, took the 2 weeks, went to broker school, passed the test, and I didn't have a name. And because everything started happening so fast, so I had to use Danette O'Neal Realtors because I didn't have enough time to think of a name. It was just too quick. And the company grew. The first year, we grew to about 35 agents, just really the first year. By now, we're in year 9, okay? And that's 1991. And so the company just kept growing. It just kept growing. I was feeling my way. I had good sales skills, but I had to learn leadership skills. And so there were a lot of bumps, a lot of things I did wrong, but the company was still growing. We worked with people who nobody else would work with. Past bankruptcy, credit issues, people that had some type of abuse, wrecked their credit for some reason. It could have been intentional, at that time, overspending, but a lot of other reasons caused that. So we were able to get those loans through, and that's what we became known for. And so fast forward to Hurricane Katrina, 2005, there's 66 agents in there, and I'm on autopilot because I'm learning as I go. We had a full staff. We had 3-story building that I had bought. I'm still on autopilot. Hurricane Katrina comes, and bam. Okay, and so when that happened, that launched us to a 3rd location. Now, we had 3 offices in New Orleans. We had an office on the West Bank, a building that I owned. We had another one on Canal Street, and we had another one in East New Orleans. A satellite office is what I call it, in one of the bank buildings. So we lost all of that. So now we spread out.
Lost all of it?
We lost all of it.
Wow.
Okay, so we were able to repair the building that we were, the main building that I owned, but the other 2 buildings were awash. And so we were scattered all over the place. So we went from 66 agents to 6. I'm still in 3 states though, and people are calling. And so not knowing what to do, we set up shop right there in Georgia. And Georgia just grew. We kept the license active in Mississippi. We don't do a lot of work there. We mainly do work on the Gulf Coast, but it just grew. So there were circumstances that caused us to just grow and explode. And we just roll with it. I was learning all along the way, still learning. It was one miracle and a catastrophe, a miracle and a catastrophe. It was just a cycle. Lemonade with lemons.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.